And so here we are. We are settling in for a brand new season. Season 2 of MLB The Show 24. There's my final team with Luis Ariz as well. There's a lot to talk about. This is going to be a long video. Leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. So everything is new. Everything's changed. Of course, you're going to go ahead and, well, notice a server error. Yeah, getting off to a good start. Do we get our head start rewards here? Because that's something that you're going to want to get, of course. Signifying that, I guess not quite yet. I talk about it here. So let's get to the big things. So cornerstones are back. 4 captains with different boosts. We'll talk about that. If you've completed all of the recap requirements, you're going to get your second wildcard slot automatically. So that's great. That's awesome. We did right there, which equates to 60,000 XP and 6 balling as a habit. So that's pretty cool. Notice in seasons once again, and you also, wait, what? Oh, so season 4. There is actually going to be 4 seasons. I was under the impression that the 4th season was going to be a free-for-all. I guess they're waiting until season 5. Okay. But anyway, season 1 cards outside of certain modes are gone. And wild cards. Here's a little sneak peek at some stuff that we've got. Squad requirements, wildcard slots, they're all here. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the XP reward path. We've already gotten our second wildcard slot, as you notice right there. So, in ranked seasons, I can already use 2 99 overall cards or whoever I want from season 1. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. 57.5 to get your second wildcard. And here we'll notice some new cards. We've got Al Kaline, Jason Giambi, and Vida Blue. We'll quickly look at their stats, but mind you, and for this entire little recap here, remember, we're going from 99s to 85s. These cards, they're going to pale in comparison to the 99s and max overall stats that we just saw some little time ago. These cards are not going to be very good, so you just got to prepare your sweet little ass for that. So move on down the path a little bit. You notice these captain packs, which of course are going to be these 87 overall core captains for the teams. Difference this year is that those guys never change. They're going to stay as the same cards, and there's another chance to get them. A couple packs. You'll notice double XP is on for this entire weekend up until Monday at noon Pacific time. By the way, keep that in mind. And here we go. We've got 91 overalls as your first really meaningful pack in the XP path. Chipper Jones. Hey, pretty good. He's going to fit the Carlos Santana theme team for switch hitters, of course, and he's going to be pretty damn good. Griffey on the Reds. 30 card, 100 against right, 80-90. Contacted power respectively against lefties, pretty nice. And then Roy Halladay, who's got, 72 hit per 9. I will say, a big mention here, there is a patch coming that's going to tune foul balls. So if you have bad PCI placement, you're not going to get bailed out quite as often with those foul balls like previously. So this pack at 145K in the XP path. To move on down a little bit more, you see 93 Lee Smith, who's coming in with no outlier, but 99 miles an hour on the 4-seam nonetheless. 123, just about max K per 9. Pretty cool stuff right there. Some more packs, some more stubs, some stuff you might not care about. Here's where we get dicey and a little controversial. This pack has the same guys. Chipper Jones, a 95 overall this time, much better, but the same name. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this. I'm sure not everybody is going to be super happy about getting the same name in at least 2, maybe even 3 iterations. Who knows? But a damn good card for sure. Ken Griffey Jr., that Takashi Okazaki card series from MLB The Show 22 is coming back. You'll see a lot of recycled card art today, so just prepare your sweet little eyeballs. And then Roy Halladay, a Cy Young card from 2003. He was so good, he only had 82. He only had 82 hit per 9 and 84 K per 9. Please, God, help this foul balls being tuned, help the game, because otherwise he's going to suck. 100 stubs. Sweet. A chase pack, pack 7. There is new chase cards today. We'll get into that in a little bit. Here you go. Wild card number 3. I will say a huge disparity to get your third wild card, your second unlockable, not until 570K. So nearly 500,000 XP later, you're going to get your third wild card for ranked seasons in those different modes. Move on a little bit more. 97 is Monty Grandal. This card's insane, but I got to notice the 1 speed. I feel like that's far more disrespectful than just giving him 0. Just giving him 1 of these, a singular digit. I don't know. Card's insane, though. He's going to hit a lot of home runs, but if it's not over the fence, he's probably going to be out. Then you have another wild card slot here, 770,000. You're going to unlock your 4th and final eligible wild card slot. Again, a maximum of 4. Everybody gets 1, and you earn 3 additional in the XP reward path. Moving on down, you notice at 900K, you get your first XP reward boss. They also make a very big point in the streams and whatnot. They want you to get these cards quicker, which I think is great. Their bosses, they should reflect that. You should use bosses with not so good of cards. It shouldn't be like a decision, well, do I want to use a boss or a team affinity card? They should stand on their own as incredible specimens, and Chipper certainly does. Max contact, max clutch, gold defense, ton of power, incredible. One of the best cards in the game with 7 quirks. Why not? Ken Griffey Jr., really good. Although he's only got 81 speed, awesome card. Ton of power, good contact, good everything. And 9 quirks on Mr. Jr. And then Roy Halladay, a better card. I think certainly he's like the biggest jump up. Like his 95 and 91 were, and then this card is really good. Pretty much maxed out BB9, great mix. The velo gets up, and the hit and K9 up above 100. So I think this card will be really, really good. It just comes down to, do you like the fact that these 3 names are repeated across the XP reward path? Some might not. I'm a little indifferent. I guess this might mean that Griffey might not get cards in Season 3. Same as Chipper, because they want these guys to be the faces of Season 2. I'm not exactly sure, but you see you max out at 1.15 on the XP path, and then you get into the rerolls every 30K following suit. So that is the big XP reward path. A lot of stuff to talk about, and then let's get into the collection cards. This will be a surprise for me. I've yet to see them. Season collection. Oh, wow. Okay. Alrighty, we've got an Aroldis Chapman at 91 overall for the Chicago Cubs. A very great trade. One of the best trades of all time. Just due to evenness. The Cubs get a chip. The Yankees get Gleyber Torres. You got to be happy with that. But he's got outlier, of course. You know that's coming in. 3 pitches, no sinker. Not the best Chapman card we've ever seen, but a new one. I don't think he's really gotten a Cubs card before. There's a 93 Joe Morgan. Again, these guys are, kind of middle of collection. So this card actually sucks. It's fine. It's nothing great. For 93, by the time you get, only 60 cards. So it looks like they moved this back a little bit. And here we go. Let's talk about the brand new bosses, which are Derek Jeter, Bob Gibson, and Frank Thomas, the big hurt. We'll start off with, we'll say Derek Jeter, the captain. He's coming in max contact. We must have watched a different Jeter. 92 fielding. 92 speed, max bunt, max clutch, of course, Mr. November, you know him. Good card. I think this is really good. He's got 9 quirks. He's gotten the important ones. Really good card. I like his swing. And thankfully, this one has enough power, unlike the storylines Jeter, that he won't line out every single time. Knock on wood. Bob Gibson. Of course, you have your pitcher in here as well. He was really good last year. You remember everybody was having fits about Bob Gibson early game. And he's got 114 K9, which is great. 104 at hit. Max out stamina. 114 pitch clutch. I like it. Really good card. Then Frank Thomas coming in with maxed out stuff against lefties. He's going to fit a couple captains, as you're going to notice here. He looks great. Looks like a great card. He's got 8 quirks on him. Love his swing for a righty, of course. Not bad at all. And you notice these in the path, you're going to get them your first pack at 230. They don't even have the other packs here yet because there's not that many cards here yet, but interesting. couple cards you earned early on, Aroldis and Joe Morgan, and getting up to 230 for your first boss pack. So hopefully they put in more programs to where that's easier to earn. You know, we can only hope. There's this GOAT-er program. So if you get all this stuff done, you get 50 of the show packs. So that's kind of cool. Expecting that you got the past collection bosses, of course. So that's the big stuff. Those are the 99s. Let's get to the stuff that is not 99s. We have a brand new program today. The Season Awards program. Of course, that Gehrig now is down to a 90. I'm curious what they moved the X. Wow, there is 80,000 in here. There's now 5,000. Good Lord. They really killed that. Here we go. We've got new Season Awards, the first drop. And of course, the big thing here is that we're going to get a lightning card very soon, I believe. Actually, I don't know about that. It might be 4. I don't know. It's tough to tell. It might be 4, although we haven't gotten a lightning card in a little bit. I think they said early on they're aiming for about once a month. But again, you notice here we're down to 86s. We got 96s in the earlier rounds of Season Awards. The drop number 10 for Season 1. Here we've got Daniel Schneedeman for the Guards. He's going to get a card for sure. Ryan Bliss for the Mariners. This also looks like one of the cards that he's got max speed. He's a good guy for the bench. Again, just got to remember, we're down to 86s. We're no longer on the, the 99s. But we should check out the Cornerstone Captains after this so you guys can have a general idea of who's going to get boosted by what different captains. Davis Schneider honestly looks like a decent card. He fits Byron Buxton. He fits that captain. And then Nick Castellanos. Nicky Two Bags. Pretty good. I mean, big name. I like it. 89 overall. Pretty good card. 108, 90 against lefties. I will point out, I do think this is the worst swing for Castellanos. Of course, his 95 from the Show Classics pack was the prior Nick Castellanos swing. This is the live series. It kind of swings like a pussy, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he'll play. The attributes are pretty good. Notably, there is no Season Award pack. I wouldn't worry. It's just the fact that they went 1 week behind, and this is the first week of Season Awards for Season 2. So I wouldn't be too concerned about it. Again, the same way to earn it. Moments and missions. Pretty self-explanatory. Now let's go check out the Cornerstone Captains because that's going to be a big thing. Of course, you remember in launch of my chat saying lightning at drop 5 and drop 8. I can't read. So we're not going to get a lightning card until a little bit, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay, we have a couple stuff in here. Well, obviously, because we did the XP reward path. We had the head start reward. So here are the Cornerstone Captains for Season 2. Giancarlo Stanton. His attributes are pretty good. 107, 115 against left. 88, again, is going to be pretty damn good for your team right now. 63 speed. They are glazing the guy. Triple glazing him. 11 hitters from the years 2010 to 2019. So, apparently, Live Series does not count unless chat, can you confirm for me how this works? But, as far as I know, this is flashback cards from a year between 2010 and 2019. So, I don't think, Live Series Trout fits for this captain. We'll see, but I don't know for sure. But a decent captain boost nonetheless. Obviously, a lot of guys are going to get cards from around that era. Here we've got Luis Castillo, who the card is pretty good in and of itself. He's got the sinker, of course. He's going to be solid. And then the captain, which is really good. He's got 15 contact versus both righties and lefties, 12 hit and 10 BB, 19 Live Series. So, if you had the collections done, this is probably the Cornerstone Captain for you. I'd rank Castillo as the best. Stanton maybe is the second best. And then these other two, maybe not quite as good. Rafi Devers, the card, I'm sure is going to be fun. The servers are having a moment right now. Actually, the card's not even good. What do you know? The captain boost, also not great. It's the only captain boost that restricts you. 11 out of your 13 hitters with 74 or less fielding. Because 75 doesn't cut the cake. You need 74 or less. So you get a boost, but for having worse defenders. Where all these other ones, it's like Live Series, you've already got good Live Series cards, and you just boost them higher. So I don't know. I think the Devers isn't treated quite as equally. Then you've got Corbin Carroll. 12 hitters with over 84 speed, so 12 out of your 13 to get to Tier 3. Of course, there's benefit in using Tier 2 and Tier 1 boost, but to get maximum, that's what you need. The Carroll, not a great card in and of itself, but a speed demon for sure. So those are the cornerstone captains. I think for now, I guess I'm going to pick Luis Castillo because if it's flashbacks for Giancarlo Stanton, I don't have those yet. You're going to earn them. And again, remember, you can freely exchange this cornerstone captain as much as you want to. So, there's no concern there. So that's what we've got as far as that goes. We'll move into the pack content because, oh lordy, there is quite a bit. Actually, you know what? We're going to go talk about the online modes if we ever can get into it here. Because, of course, we've got brand new everything. There's ranked, there's Battle Royale, there's events, the whole nine. Everything has gotten updated. And you see 93s for ranked seasons. It's a little interesting. Of course, the card selection. You see some XP. There's a lot of XP that's earnable. There's a 91 Matt Holiday that you get within the program right here. And the card's decent, 114, 90 contact. Low to mid 80s on power. The clutch over 100. Good card. I like the swing. Was a monster in MLB The Show 16 for those who played. Then here we've got the World Series pack, which is going to feature a couple of 93s, neither of which I think are great options. I will say. Mariano Rivera, great big name, good card, but he's a relief pitcher. It's always tough, especially with the ever vast power creep. When you've got a 93 relief pitcher, of course, relievers retain, like a 93 reliever is going to stick in your lineup longer than a 93 hitter. It's going to have more breathing room, but I don't know. Let me know who you would pick in the comment section. He's got sinker cutter combo, of course, some velo on him, good hit in K per 9, the BB9 a little bit lower at 82. And then you've got Big Mac, Mark McGwire, who a lot of people are not fans of his swing. If you remember from last year, he will have the worst of the two. He gets the younger Oakland A's swing and then the Cardinal swing. I believe he'll have the worst of which. And the card just doesn't blow my mind. He will fit the Rafi Devers captain, so he'll get max power if that's worth it to you. But the contact's lower. The clutch is 90. The vision at 55. He's a Buxton booster. Honestly, I just wildcard the Buxton boost. This is going to do more work for him than the Devers boost will. So I don't know. I don't love either of these two options for World Series, but those are both the cards that you're going to have available to you, either for reaching 900 rating or the World Series program. Keep on moving here. Keep on moving. Eventually. Battle Royale. The servers are very slow, as you can tell. I would expect this to hopefully get fixed throughout the day. I think just a lot of people on Season 2, summertime. Yeah, just making excuses. Just making conversation. Chris Hale, Lucha Vino, Shane McClanahan, and Zach Wheeler. Some 79. So, of course, Battle Royale. There's a couple changes with Battle Royale that we're going to talk about. But the biggest of which is that there's less diamond rounds. There's going to be more silvers, more golds, more how Battle Royale traditionally was. Tim Anderson, 84 overall, back before he sucked. That's a fun little card for Battle Royale, of course. We've got Patrick Wisdom, Seth Brown, and 84 Justin Morneau. So some gold cards for BR. Then some 87 overall diamonds, Brandon Lau, Jeff McNeil, Alex Bregman, and Harrison Bader from his miracle postseason run for the Yankees that fell a little bit short. But that, dude, you not see how many homers he hit? So this card says fourth homer in first 6 games, yet he has 70 and 63 power. I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It's just funny. It's just kind of weird. But you move on down to the flawless cards here at the 100 point or getting up to 10-0. And you're going to get these guys, Vinny Casilla and Mike Musina. Vinny is probably the better of the two, in my opinion. He's going to crush lefties, 110, 101, 83, 85 against right. 42 speed, 73 fielding, so he does fit the Rafi Devers boost. So that's going to be important. Then he got Mike Mussina, who I just don't love this card by any means. I mean, he's not gotten a ton of elo. 76 K per 9. Again, they're going to tune foul balls to an extent, so it should be easier to pitch, but you're going to give up a lot of foul balls. Like, you're just going to have a hard time setting people down with this card, especially on the lower difficulties. So we'll see. Again, I don't love these two. I think Vinny's the better of the options, but I think they could have done a bit better on the online rewards. One other thing that we should touch on with Battle Royale, with these win streaks, a big change that they went about, that 10 wins for an 87-plus player, you can earn live series or any Season 2 player. So a card in a choice pack you can get in that 10-win slot. Think of it kind of like a vault pack, but for BR, which, to be honest, kind of waters down the pool so you don't get the 90-plus live series as often as, of course, those are the big winners. Those are the expensive cards that you probably really want. So I don't really know how to feel about it. I think they've really done a disservice to Battle Royale as a whole this year, making the program no sell again, having the 10 win be non-predictable so you could go and get 10 wins and get a card that goes for 4K. I don't know. I think they just really watered it down to the point where it's not very rewarding to play Battle Royale, but that's kind of where we are with that. So those are the two big online modes, and then events. We've got a new event here as well. I don't know the stipulations. Any Season 2 players, go fuck yourself. God, I knew it. I knew it. It's fine, I guess, for the first one right here. But I really think events, you need an online mode where there's actual rewards. I get co-op is not restricted due to season eligibility, but I don't think events should be something that's season restricted. Events should be a mode where it's fun stipulations. Maybe, Dominican only players, I don't know. For London series, only international players, just not cutting out due to season eligibility. I don't like that. Here's an 85 TJ Antone, and then there's a 90 overall Luis Robert, who he is going to fit Corbin Carroll. I think that's 84 speed and above, so he's going to get some much-needed contact boost. It's going to make the card a lot better. Speaking of Robert, he's going to be probably in a different team because the White Sox, they better trade him. You got to build out that farm system back. So that's going to be interesting for sure. So that's events. Those are all the online modes. Crazy enough, there's still more stuff to talk about. There's some offline content. Well, we haven't even touched Team Affinity or Conquest, which is pretty wild. We'll go into Team Affinity here. There's pack content and a roster update. It's truly a little bit overwhelming how much stuff dropped today. But let's talk about Team Affinity. 30 new cards here. We're going to have a video talking about how to quickly progress through Team Affinity, the best cards that you should pick first, of course, because it does matter. I definitely think you want to, with this season especially, you only get 26 days on this season. You want to pick the best cards first so you get the most time to use them. You got Anthony Santander. We're really going to breeze through these guys here, which is going to be difficult with how the servers are acting, but a good switch hitter. Of course, the Carlos Santana theme team is going to be in full force here for Season 2. You can wildcard captains. Casas looks pretty good. We've got Clint Frazier. The famous could have been traded for anybody for just name this star here. Also pretty good stats. I mean, the vision is a little bit low, but not bad. You got Yarbs, who's going to have negative K per 9 in negative velocity at an 89 overall. And Bo Bichette. Hey, Blue Jay fans, you guys finally got a Team Affinity card that doesn't suck. Not great, but he doesn't suck. So that's going to be the American League East. A cool thing for Team Affinity, they talk about XP that you can earn within the programs is about double. So the XP that you're earning throughout the program is significantly enhanced from previous. Is that true? Maybe that's not true. 60, maybe it's double entirely. I'm not entirely sure, but Doesn't really seem like 60K. That's what they said on the live stream. Zach Collins, he looks not great. Owen Miller here for the guards. He's going to get one right here. I am seeing in chat that the Carlos Santana boost has been nerfed. We will check that out in a second. Matt Manning here for the Motor City Kitties, the Tigres. He's got a sinker. This could be a decent pitcher early on in the game. Hunter Dozier, a famous what could have been, but never really became anything, although this card looks decent. And then Royce Lewis, the best hitter in baseball, statistically speaking. Not a bad card. 115 clutch. You're damn right. Don't you know, Guardian fans, or anybody, let's give it up a grand salami to Mr. Royce Lewis. We might lose, but hey, I mean, that was cool for what happened. And Twins got swept by the Yankees, but Royce hit 2 home runs. Who really won the series? Who really won the series? The Yankees or my pride? Here we go. The AL West. We've got Forrest Whitley for the Astros. Just trying to move on here. He's got a sinker. Could be a decent card early on. Walshy, another guy that I thought was going to be better than what he was. Going to kill righties. Going to get killed by lefties. Mark Canha, been pretty damn good for the Tigers this year. Get some power, good contact right, inverse splits. Jared Kelenic, another what could have been. Seattle fans, I don't know. He's playing all right with the Braves right now. Not too late for him to come on. Leody Taveras, a switch hitter. So that's going to be definitely a fun card for people to use in that Carlos Santana team. Of course, even with a boost, it's, hey, Mark Canha had a decent little bit. I'm reading the chats. Somebody's chirping on that. Mark Canha, maybe it was like a 2-week stretch. He was kind of hot. He had a time. He had a moment. But even with the Santana boost, if it is nerfed a bit, obviously, switch hitters are still going to be very much desirable because, well, you always have the handedness advantage, which is going to be a big thing. Eddie Rosario, we've got Tanner Scott, who, notably, this is the exact same card art as this live series, but a fun reliever. 3-pitch, including a sinker. He'll be pretty damn good. You got Francisco Alvarez here, who's good against left. Not really good at anything else. This could be the worst one in all of Team Affinity. J.P. Crawford. Wow. His highest attribute's discipline. It's going to take a lot of discipline for me not to use it. It's really going to have to stop myself. Really enticing card. Then Victor Robles. Speaking of the Mariners, he's there now. Cool card. A lot of contact. A lot of speed. Not a whole lot of anything else. A lot of fielding, I suppose. So, a lot of Team Affinity cards here. Let me know as we're going on throughout this. I know it's a long video, but I appreciate it. Speaking of, I will shout out that we are live on Twitch. You guys can come check out the stream. We're going to be live a lot over the weekend talking about the new stuff. Apparently, drops are on is what I'm hearing. So that is cool, too. Drops are on for the weekend. You guys can earn some free packs while watching the streams. That's cool. Jason Hayward for the Cubs. Yeah, that's cool. I remember this card. I remember him being better. Could have given him a Dodger card. Since he went to LA, it's been pretty damn nice. Robert Stevenson for the Reds. Looks like a card for sure. We've got Josh Hader as a starting pitcher. A little quirky, a little fun. I think that's cool. Mitch Keller. A lot of pitchers here for the Central. Keller should have a sinker. Oh, he doesn't, so I'll shut up. Dylan Carlson, switch hitter. This will be good, of course. Balanced out. Good contact, good power, good fielding, good speed, good card overall. And he can play first base, too. Lunch Lady Arms 99. Thank you for the prime. Nice name. You just got to love the camaraderie on Twitch streams. So one more division. And then we still have to go into the offline stuff, and we will talk a little bit about the structure of Team Affinity here. So a couple things that you should know. There are moment challenges back for every single boss, so that's nice. There's moments to play. There are exchanges. Once again, they kind of work how they did earlier on, not segmented due like in Chapter 3, how that worked. There's Extreme Showdown and the regular showdown to earn vouchers right here. And there's also Conquest. And this is the big lump sum Conquest. If you get the Western Conquest map done, you get $20,000 in the American League and the National League. So that's a big change and much appreciated. Move on to the final division right here. We've got a Merrill Kelly, 89 overall. Famed trader, a Benedict Arnold of Team USA. Honestly, it could be good in DD-Lo with the sinker cutter combo. You got Garrett Hampson, the hamster right here. He's got a lot of bunt and not much of anything else. Lunch Lady Arms lobbing out 5 gifted. Good Lord. Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, is it any surprise Lunch Lady Arms? They're always the nicest people. If you can do one thing, if you're still in high school, if I have one tip for you, befriend the Lunch Ladies, and you will go far. Thank you for the 5 gifted, my friend. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. If you guys got gifted, make sure to say thank you. Gavin Luck's getting a card here. A hell of a lot better than what he's doing in real life. We've got Adrian Moron. He's got a sinker. It could be decent. And then Joey Bart. Giant fans love him. He was supposed to be the successor to Buster Posey. Thank God for Patrick Bailey. So that's Team Affinity. A lot of cards, of course. 30 new ones. Every team getting a new 89 overall diamond. A lot of stuff to go over right there. But some cool cards for sure. It does take a little bit in the mind to remember that we are going down in overall. But I don't like that it's going to be difficult to find purpose for your Season 1 cards, but I do like the idea of the power creep and you having new overalls to get your team better. That's kind of the foundation of what the show is built off of. I don't know if this is the best way to go about it. I'm sure I'll make a full video talking about just how I feel and how things could be improved, but you kind of notice right here, for these Conquest, you need a Season 2 squad. So that's core cards in that Season 2 with your wild cards factored in as well. So these other ones, you're fine. You can use anybody. But you notice like this Dragonfly map right here, you've got to have a Season 2 squad. I can't even show you what the Conquest map is because I don't have a Season 2 eligible squad right now. So that's going to be annoying. It's going to be grating, and it's going to feel like a gut punch. I got to be honest. It feels the same for me too, that all those cards you spent the last 2.5 months, almost 3 months grinding for, are kind of essentially worthless outside of like play versus computer, co-op, and that sort of thing. They really have fragmented value to this point, which sucks. Couple free millionaire packs, quick little, fuck you. Trickle-down economics at its finest. We'll collect our 200 stubs there, which is going to be great to help afford the brand new chase cards of Trey Turner. 200 stubs on the way to this card that goes for a whole lot more than 200. Good card. Of course, a chase card. The big thing, though, we get in with pack content again, is these cards are probably not even worth your time because not too long from now, this card is going to be outclassed. So do you really go with the gamble of 150K for this card? I don't know. It's a demotivator to buy packs and buy stubs. This expedited power creep. So they're pushing so hard on the pack content when this layout in general de-incentivizes people to spend money. It really blows my mind. I don't know. Here's Joan Duran here. Double outlier. I wish, speaking of, can we get the Splinker? Paul Skeens, Libby Dunn, can we set up a petition to get the Splinker in the game for Diamond Dynasty? I would appreciate it. Here's Eddie Murray for that switch-hitting captain of Carlos Santana, which will go ahead and show the reflective nerfed boost in just a second here. He's okay. Nothing to write home about for sure. They did take that captain pack out of the store, so just go ahead and find it here. I'm curious. Now, honestly, my complete thoughts, I don't think they ever should have had a boost to switch hitters when they're already, incentivized. They're the best thing of the game because you always have the handedness advantage. I mean, just simply put, it makes more sense to use a switch hitter than just a pure right-hander. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be better, of course. So here we go. Wild cards? How the hell do I find this? Oh, here he is. He's on my bench. I see him. Okay, so 13 switch hitters. You get not much of a nerf. 4 contact. Ooh. I'm sure this is going to stop people from using the Carlos Santana boost. God damn it, STS. You did it. They did it. They fixed the game. There they go. No more people are going to use the Carlos Santana theme team. No clutch? Okay, I guess there's that too. So a few less contact points, but still, boosting anything for switch hitters is going to get people to want to use that captain boost. So I don't know. I still don't love the fact that it's there. Obviously, you can wild card it if you choose to use it. Here we have more packs, a lot of pack content to go over. More pack content than program content, by the way. Other program content, Tasker Hernandez. And this is, again, where it's just a little fleeting effort for me thinking that they want to change things when there's 91s in packs and there's 89s in Team Affinity and 89s in the Season Awards program. This is a 91, and it's by far, I mean, it's not a sound card by all stretch. The vision's low, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about it. I do find this kind of interesting. Here's a Blake Snell fresh start. I think the guy could use a fresh start. He's got a 9 ERA. You could use a fresh agent. I'll say that. Also, why does he look like he's 300 pounds here? Blake Snell's kind of an interesting looking guy. He always looks like he's running on about 2 hours of sleep. Probably because he's playing Fortnite so long, but I don't know. Could have chose a better angle for him. Dougie. Alex Verdugo. This card's not great. He's a good defender. He's got 99 vision. There's that. Montgomery, another guy that could use a fresh start. I mean, Verdugo's having a decent beginning to his Yankee career, and the same for Teo with the Dodgers. But Monty and Blake Snell, I don't know. I feel like a lot of D-back fans and Giant fans wouldn't really want those two. They'd rather say, keep it. Rangers Monty. Or, like Padre or Ray Blake Snell. Abraham Toro, this would be a kind of fun card for the Carlos Santana theme team for a switch hitter. A lot of contact, can play first, third, and second base. Probably play shortstop too in a pinch. You got James Paxton, the big maple for the Dodgers. He's had a decent start with LA. Sinker cutter combo, the cutter at 84 miles an hour with 61 BB9. That's going to be a little bit tough. Then Kevin Pillar, he's actually had a good start. Good beginning, no, he wasn't with the Angels. That was Randall Grichuk. I always get Kevin Pillar and Randall Grichuk confused for some reason. Don't ask why, but that is not even the half of it. There's more pack content. Whoops. Here we go. Season awards. Clark Schmidt. He's hurt, but damn it, good start to his season. He needed a fresh start, and he's performing well. Cutter-sinker combo, which is good. Doesn't have a ton of velocity, doesn't have a ton of stats, but it's a 90 overall. What do you expect? Matt Strahm for the Phillies. He's getting a card too. Sinker cutter combo as well. Lefty reliever. Now, I think one thing, a saving grace for season awards, I would rather have Nick Castellanos as a name value than Strahm and Clark Schmidt, but I do think these cards are good pitchers. We have Miguel Andujar here for the A's. He's had a decent beginning to the season so far. Good contact, 85 power left. Pretty sure this is the second Miguel Andujar card that we've gotten already. It's kind of funny. Anthony Volpe, much deserved card. He's been great for the Yankees so far in year number 2, and a decent little 87 overall. Not going to be anything too special. Ben Brown here for the Chicago Cubs, who also not anything too special. Okay, I think it's time to begin the roster update. I think this is the last piece of content that released today, unless I'm missing something, right? Am I correct about that, chat? Is the roster update the last thing to talk about? Let's go ahead and talk about it. So, we have Mookie going down 1. He hit a homer yesterday. Judge only a +1, which is mind-blowing to me. Tarek Skubal gets up to 90, so we're correct on that. Bobby Witt Jr. has been going off. Had a 2-homer game the other night. Juan Soto up to an 89. 90+ near in his future. Okay, we were right about that. Tatis does go down to 89. So, he wasn't the most expensive. Actually, I think he was the cheapest 90+, but he's going to be down in that lower threshold. It doesn't look like Acuna moved, so he's going to stick at a 90 overall for the rest of the year. Kyle Tucker, Glasnow, and Harper all up to 89s. J-Ram, this card is going to be really fun. That's one thing that I will say about the expedited power creep in the seasons concept for MLB The Show 24. Live series are a hell of a lot more viable than they were last year. And this J-Ram becomes one of the most fun cards in the game to use right now. I guess Mason Miller's kind of struggled the last couple of weeks, but he gets a +2. How? What? Are you kidding? 0? Are you blacked out from Ranger games? Do you not see what's been happening with okay, whatever. Class A up to 87, same as Gunner, Ranger, and Strum, and Sale, all getting +2s to 86. So we hit on both the Phillies and Chris Sale. Will Smith gets it. Marcel gets it too. Okay, so it looks like those are the new diamonds here. This is, how does he lose K-Per-9? I don't get it. He's been striking out more than, God, you know, it's my fault for trying to make sense of roster updates. How that was Pablo still a diamond? Well, I'll take it as a Twins fan. Garrett Crochet up to an 84. Freddie Peralta up to 84. Kirby up to 84. Are we not going to upgrade Pivetta? I'm wondering. Andres Jimenez a +2. Albies moves down. Yelich is going to go there. Paredes. There's just no fucking way that Isaac Paredes goes down. I'm sorry. There's just no feasible world where he goes down. My God, watch baseball. I beg you. I beg you to watch ball. Shota goes down 1. I guess Houck gets up to 83. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, we'll restart. Where were we? Right about here. Kim doesn't go up. Okay, Pivetta doesn't go up either, I guess. Edwin Diaz loses 4 points. Bob Suarez up to an 82. Okay, we're just going to super speed through this at this point. Flaherty, a big +4. Not a huge fan of this roster update right here. Are you kidding? Aaron Nola goes down? I just don't get it. I really don't. How in the fuck would Aaron Nola go down? David Fry, a big +7. That's big. That's huge. Wow. I don't even know what to say, really. I'm kind of at a loss for words. A couple of these new golds we hit on. Munoz there, for example. Hunter Harvey, that was a big upgrade as well. I don't know. Just really, really curious. Machado's also been turning it around. He gets a downgrade. Heal up to a gold, up to a big 80 overall. That's nice to see. A couple more stuff there. We're going to kind of super speed through this. If you want to pause at any moment, feel free and do so. A fat +6 for Paul Skeens. All the way up to a 79 overall now. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just feel free. Just if you see something cool, go ahead and pause her. But yeah, it makes it a little bit more frustrating for me to do roster update predictions when, I don't know, I'm not acting as if my opinion's final. Like, I'm clearly right on this, but I think a lot of people would back up the claim that how would Aaron Nola go down, for example, or Isaac Paredes? It just doesn't make sense when someone's performing better than they were prior. How would they go down? It's a mind blower. Aaron Nola's going to be an all-star. His skills have been improved. He's striking out a bit more recently. His whip has been down, but he goes down in overall. And that really, or Corey Seager, the fact that he stays at an 87 when he had such a big stretch there. Okay, so a couple things to talk about here. Of course, just in general, the big update today, Season 2 coming in. Double XP is on for the entire weekend. It's going to expire noon Pacific time on Monday. And there's drops on for all 4 Twitch streams, so make sure to watch some Twitch streams over the weekend. And you see coming soon, there's an architect program on Tuesday, which they explained is going to give players rather for those cornerstone captains, so give you more options. There's a London Series program coming as well on that Tuesday. So I like to see that. That's cool. They're giving us stuff, giving us hope that there's going to hopefully be some more stuff to actually play this next season. Season awards drop 2 new Conquest maps, and why are they, is that a new legend for the headliner? I don't know why they would put asterisks there. Is it my mom? Am I going to care? Is it going to be like fucking Joe Smith? I don't know. They're really hyping it up, so we will see. But just truly a massive update. Again, like a 40-minute long video. I appreciate if you actually watch the whole thing. Big props to you. And yeah, let me know what you guys think overall for season 2. A lot of new stuff, a lot of changes. Some people won't be excited about, some people will be. Let's talk about it on Twitch. Thank you guys for watching this one. Leave a like if you guys do enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow.